Hello and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel. Before we start this episode, I want to apologize. This episode's going to be a little late. It's going to be about 2 hours late because I'm recording this very late and I won't have time for it to be fully uploaded. But anyway, let's head into the station and... Actually, before we do that, let's head over to the bookstore just to double check it for any books. But yeah, this will be uploaded a little late, so apologies for that. Looks like we got all of these already. Wait, hold on. Let's shop, exchange. There's a bunch of Mira. So what are you doing here? Seems like such an obvious choice now, but I never expected they sent us to Corellia Fortress. Looks like Instructor Neihard is coming along too. Kind of worried now. Oh, why's that? Well, actually, never mind. It's not really a big deal or anything. His dad's stationed there. For sure, his dad's stationed there. We already saw Fee, so let's just get going. We need to change trains at Breahard to get to Legram, right? I suppose it'd be better for us to take the cruise-in main line than the transcontinental line then. Right. After reaching Breahard, we'll need to transfer to a local line, the Ebel branch line. There's only one train every 2 hours, so I'm hoping we can time our arrival to avoid a lengthy wait. It's exactly 7 a.m. right now. We should arrive in Breahard somewhere around 10:30 and reach Legram by noon. We've got work waiting for us the first day too, so the earlier we can reach Legram, the better. Agreed. And there's always a chance our class problem child will make another scene. Hee hee hee. It's a shame I'm losing Fee. Oh, you guys are here earlier than I expected. You all ready to leave too? Yeah, we still got another 20 minutes or so until the next train to Breahard comes in. You're all going to the Uri SEZ, right? I've never been, but it sounds kind of fun. It's apparently quite a trip to get there, though. It's on the Empire's northwest coast. You have to cross the entire Lemare province to get there. Well, it's not often you get to go on a nice, long trip like this. But worry not, the hours will just fly by as I teach you all how to be as cool and popular as I am. Yeah, thanks, but I think I'll just take a nap instead. Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. I do not know what that click noise was. That was something. Anyway, we'll see you in 2 days then. See you at Corellia Fortress. Bye. Have a safe trip. See you later, Elliot. Later, Machias. And Crow, at least make a token attempt to stay out of trouble. No worries, if you hear about it, it means I wasn't on top of my game. One of these days, Reen, you'll thirst for my life of adventure. Right. Alright, good luck, guys. Try not to, drive everyone crazy for the next 2 days. Okie dokie. Why do I not find that the slightest bit reassuring? You took the words right out of my mouth. May the guidance of the winds and the goddess be with you all. I look forward to seeing you again in 2 days. Guys, speed them along there. We still have a short while longer before our train arrives. We ought to purchase our tickets now while we're waiting. Good morning, everyone. Group A is headed to Legram, correct? Yes, that's right. We'd like to purchase tickets to Legram via Breahard. Coming right up. Do you want them right away? Yeah. Okay, so that's 6 passengers bound for Legram via Breahard. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. It is nice, though, that we have...
You're all heading out?
Oh.
What?
Oh, it's this guy.
Isn't that... Huh? What are you doing here, Lecter? You miss me already?
Sure did. I'm gonna be back in Crossbell starting the day after tomorrow. Might never have the chance to see you again in this lifetime, so I figured I'd drop by and say hello.
Shh, whatever. You're so silly. There's no way you or Gramps would die that easily.
Well, that old goat might scare off the Reaper, but I'm pretty weak, you know.
Who's he?
Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division.
We saw him while we were on our field study in Nord. He's the one supposedly responsible for negotiating with the Republic's army to prevent war from breaking out. But...
So he's the Ironblood they call Scarecrow.
I have to admit, he doesn't look like someone who specializes in espionage.
Well, I'm sure this little drop of sunshine's got suspicious written all over her, but I hope you're getting along. Don't hesitate to give her a good spanking if she causes too much trouble, though.
Okay.
We'll try our best to be a welcoming class.
I'm not gonna cause them any trouble. Unlike you, I'm a little angel.
What kind of little angel would casually whip out something like Eric Getlem in public? Do you have any idea how much overtime we put in just covering up for you?
Huh? You do?
Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on Platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop.
Is this the first time they actually voiced the announcer for the trains? I'm a little uncomfortable that they do it this time, but they don't do it all the other times.
If you'll excuse us, Captain.
I'm afraid we need to catch this train.
Oh, sure thing. Good luck out there, guys. Oh, and by the way, I'd prefer it if you referred to me as secretary rather than captain in public. After all, I am a second secretary for the Imperial government.
I see.
Well then, if you'll excuse us, Mr. Secretary.
You'd better bring me back a souvenir from Crossbell.
Just kind of scoot them into the train.
They seem like an even more interesting bunch than I'd heard. Hope she gets the chance to soak in the good times at school like I did.
Well, well. For two Ironbloods, you two have a pretty cozy thing going.
Nope, Sarah.
Uh-oh. Looks like a scary lady's got me in her sights. Time to make my exit.
Not so fast. Didn't you have something you were supposed to give me? Come on. Cough it up.
They don't call you the Purple Lightning for nothing. Maybe you should consider giving up this teaching gig and coming to work for us. I'll bet we could offer double what the Academy's paying you. No sweat. Aw, strictly business, huh?
Obviously. I'm not getting any younger here. Hand it over.
This is the list of every member of the Imperial Liberation Front that we're aware of at present. We've made progress in identifying their top figures, too.
I see. I suppose I should thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Claire had a message she wanted me to pass along.
I'm listening.
Their primary target is Crossbell City. But there's a chance that something else will be going down within the Empire at the same time. Those were her words.
Interesting. All right. One of my favorite parts about the trip is playing Blade with everyone. So we're gonna be able to do that here in a minute. See how good Milliam is at it. So far, the best one, like consistently, is Emma. Wow, it's like a sea of green out there. Hey, Eustace, why is the wheat all green? Wheat, barley, and rye are all cultivated in the Cruzen province. Each is grown in its season, which means that what you're seeing right now is the fall wheat crop. Oh look, here's a weird scarecrow. Look at his head. It looks all messy like Lecter's. She's a kid. Leave him alone. Well, as long as she's enjoying herself. At times like these, she seems just like any girl her age. It's so hard to believe she's only 13. That's a year younger than my brother. It really puts things in perspective, doesn't it? I suppose this is as good a time as any to tell you more about where we'll be conducting our next field study. Legram is a small town in the southeast of the Empire, situated on the shore of Lake Ebo. My father, Viscount R.C., governs the town, which itself is part of the Cruzen province. Sounds familiar. If I'm not mistaken, isn't that the province Eustace's father oversees? Well, technically yes. But Legram is known for being a particularly self-reliant region. I doubt the Viscount has much interest in the authority of his liege lord. I suppose I cannot deny it. My father can be a little too free-spirited at times. But I can't help but feel your father's governance has its own issues, especially where taxation is concerned. It's not as though I'm unaware of that. Sorry, I seem to have touched on a sensitive issue here. No, there's nothing for you to apologize for. Exchanges like these are the daily bread of the nobility. It's true that the 4 Grey Houses do have immense power, but still up to the individual feudal lords to govern their respective regions. And as far as taxation goes, each region has its own statutes, which makes the whole situation even more complicated. It is quite convoluted. Although the imperial government doesn't seem to be attempting to unify all regions under a single tax system. That's one of the major points of dispute between the two factions. Incidentally, my father's stance on the matter is, hell will freeze over before I consent to it. I do understand the reformist point of view, but each region of the Empire has its own traditions and customs. Attempting to normalize all of these under a single system seems a little insensitive. The more you tell me, the more complicated it sounds. Well, it's certainly not an issue with a nice, clear-cut solution. This is boring. Don't you have any more cool stories about Legram? I suppose a couple students batting around ideas about taxation isn't going to really solve anything. But I guess, to me, one of the things Legram is most famous for is the Arseed School. Oh, isn't that the thing Laura's dad teaches? That's the one. The Arseed School of Swordsmanship is a style passed down by the ancient knights of Erebonia. It's one of the 2 most famous martial styles in the Empire, the other being the Vander School. I've heard there's a training hall where students of the Arseed School come from all over the Empire to train. Indeed, there is. Several students of the school are studying Legram at the moment. The rest are scattered throughout the Empire. Laura's father instructs them all? He does. Viscount Arseed is not only the Lord of Legram, he's also the current head of the Arseed School. Oh, doesn't he have some super cool title like the Radiant Blade Master or something? He sounds crazy strong. This may sound unseemly coming from his daughter, but his strength is, quite frankly, inhuman. I would easily place him among the 3 strongest people in the Empire. Sounds like an incredible guy. I've heard plenty of rumors about his strength myself. From what I understand, he acts as a combat instructor for this nation's armies, both provincial and imperial. Though as a result, I hear he spends a significant amount of time away from his territory. That is unfortunately the case. He may be visiting my home, but there's no guarantee that my father will even be there. I see. That's a shame. I'd really like to meet him. Alright. Talk to Laura? Oh yes. When we reach Legram, I'd like to ask a favor of you all. A favor? I was hoping it would be possible for you to show your respective styles to the Arseed School students. This group has practitioners of the 8 Leaves of One Blade School, cord fencing and spearsmanship alike, and I have no doubt each would be of interest to students of the martial arts. Perhaps so? A chance to learn more about other schools might broaden our own horizons too. Are you sure my spearmanship would be of interest to them though? Both Reen and Musis at least use swords. Certainly, the Arseed School teaches more than just swordplay. While some use two-handed swords like myself, others use spears and even bows. Perhaps even Emma's orbital staff may be of interest. You think? Hey, what about me? What about me? Lammy's really strong too. True, but it's just raw strength. There's no skill or technique involved. I concur. Watching Arget them wouldn't afford student any chance to learn new techniques of their own. Ooh, you meanies, no fair leaving me out. Anyway, I do think that would be a nice gesture, but that's assuming we get the chance before our field study is over. Of course, I look forward to it if we do. Okay, let's play and play.
Then let us begin our duel.
Alright, let's see.
Please draw a card. We're evenly matched. Let's redraw. Then I'll make the first move.
Let's just try to barely top her.
Divine Bolt!
Okay, this would put me at 4. Let's just
We're
tie it.
evenly matched. Let's redraw. We're evenly matched. Let's redraw. The first move is yours. We're evenly matched. Let's
Oh,
redraw.
okay.
The first move is yours. Divine Bolt! I didn't expect that.
Oh, fuck me. That's a loss.
Divine Bolt! An excellent duel.
Yeah. Rip. Fucked Emma. Lavender. Surely it's just a coincidence. It has to be. What's wrong, Emma? Are you getting motion sickness or something? No, I'm fine. I was just wondering if we might be able to see going to your castle while wearing Legram. Oh, the castle that came up in Instructor Thomas's lesson the other day? Weather permitting, it can be seen quite clearly. It's surrounded by mist more often than not, but such imagery has its own appeal as well. Oh wow, this actually sounds pretty neat. Yeah, it does. I was just thinking, it would be nice if we could apply some of the knowledge we learned in class to our field study, don't you think? Yeah, that would be. So Emma, Noir,
Please go easy on me. Shall we draw then? Oh, it looks as though the first move is yours.
Oh my god. Start with a 6.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that. Ouch, I wasn't expecting that.
Go with a mirror.
Oh no, this could be trouble. I'm gonna use a bolt card.
Let's try it.
Ah, we have the same score. Let's draw again. Oh, it looks as though the first move is yours. I'm gonna use a bolt card. Sorry, I'm using a mirror.
Fuck me.
It looks as though I win this time.
Look at that. Those hands are nuts. But I also suck, so. It's not to use this. We still have some time before we reach Berea Heart. We'll be changing trains as soon as we arrive, so make sure you're ready. I will be, though it's a shame we won't have time to stick around for a while. I would like to see Rufus again if we had the chance. I'm sure he's much too busy for that anyway. And it hardly seems appropriate to return home now, after I chose not to during the summer. Yeah, that's a good point. Something on your mind? I'm just wondering what my family and the other nobles are doing at the moment. This past month, they've been a little overly quiet. Now that you mention it, I haven't heard of any major conflicts between the two factions lately at all. Maybe they're just showing some restraint for a while? After all the craziness that happened at the festival last month. Neither faction is considerate enough to avoid conflict over something so trite. I suppose I should just try to focus on our field study and not concern myself with matters beyond my control. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Okay, so we're...
If we have to.
So far.
Draw a card. I'll be going first. Take this. How about this? Now you've done it.
Alright. Well, I'm sorry if my headphones are close to dying, it seems, so finish this up here.
Now you've done it.
Mirror.
Oh, you impertinent little...
Take this.
Oh, you impertinent little...
Shit.
My victory was assured from the start.
Yes, it was. Good job. Talk to Gaius, I guess. The issue of regional culture heritage is quite a profound one. So profound as to have its own tax implications. Well, the desire to preserve the region's traditions and heritage is pretty important in most places throughout the Empire. Like the old animist traditions in Legram, I hear a lot of those are still around. Indeed, no doubt you will see many of them firsthand during our stay. Countless anecdotes regarding the Lance Maiden remain as well. Sounds like Legram has a lot in common with my home in Nord. Our cultures and traditions may differ, but we worship the same goddess and spirits. I think that's a fact many Erebonians are starting to forget. And if you ask me, those traditions are worth protecting, even if it means a little extra money going to taxes. Yes, I feel the same. Seems there will be much to learn during this month's field study. Okay, so we are 0 for 3 so far, so let's try Gaius.
Shall we begin? Go ahead and draw. I'll go first then.
Let's bolt this.
Well done. Huh.
Oh, I meant
It
to
seems
play
we
the
need to
second.
draw again. I'll go first then.
There's such a good chance he has a mirror.
Now I'll use a bolt. Now I'll use a bolt. Now I'll use a bolt.
How many fucking bolts do you have?
Huh.
Fucking mad
Well
lad.
played. I hate to do this, but... it seems the winds were on my side.
Oh my god, they're getting stacked hands. Talk to Milliam. Look at all these trees going past the window. This is so cool. I want to ride more trains like this. It's really fun. Really now. I'm kind of surprised. I assumed being in the intelligence division meant you'd be taking trains all the time. Well, I usually just ride on Lammy when I'm out on a mission. And the super fast train Clara and the others in the RMP use doesn't have any windows. And Graham's special train is too fancy, so you can't really relax. Interesting. It's not often that you get to ride a regular train like this then, is it? If you get too excited here, you're not going to have much excitement left for when we reach our destination. Especially considering how early you got up this morning. But I was so excited I could barely sleep. I'll be fine. I've still got plenty of energy. What was I saying? See, told you. We'll be at Brayard soon, so try and get some sleep on the next train, okay? Okay. Times like this, she really is just like any other 13-year-old. Better wake up, Milliam.
It's time to duel!
I'm
Come on, draw
I
a
haven't won
card!
at all this entire train ride.
Come on, draw another one! I'm going first. Take this! Sorry about that. Ah! Sorry about that. I'm going first. Come on, draw another one.
Oh, wow, she just fucked herself.
You're up first, I guess. Come on, draw another one. You're up first, I guess.
Are you? What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm getting really close to the mic. That's stupid. I can't win.
Yeah, I win!
Well, we're gonna end the episode here. Next episode will be switching from Brayahard to get going to Legram. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.